Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Decentraland, how it's currently performing and how it will be performing during the upcoming days. Therefore, I would like to get started on Decentraland on the 1 hourly time frame. What you can clearly see over here is something I think is absolutely important on the RSI, and therefore I would like to discuss it right away. So what are we clearly seeing on the RSI right away? Well, if you take a look, we have been creating this beautiful higher high structure, and we have been seeing on the RSI this lower high structure getting created. So we have seen higher highs on the chart, but we have seen lower highs on the RSI. So therefore, this is a confirmed bearish divergence. Absolutely important to know is that also on the RSI, we are actually quite high already. So therefore, if we are going to see right now a breakdown occur, it is very likely that it will be a major breakdown on the 1 hourly time frame RSI, and therefore as well a major decline in price action. This is for sure something you want to consider right now if you are holding this token, and especially if you are right now searching for a great short position. I personally think that mana right now is a perfect shorting opportunity as well. This being said, I would like to take a look at the MACD. On the MACD, on the 1 hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we have already experienced a crossover right now. What is this actually showing us? This is showing us that we are actually going to see a decline in price action, perhaps even further. And this is absolutely important right now, because if we see a decline in price action on the 1 hourly time frame, eventually we will see as well a decline in price action on the MACD on the 4 hourly time frame. As you can clearly see, we are losing momentum strength there as well. And what I think is absolutely important is that if we see more decline in price action, we will for sure see eventually a crossover occur on the 4 hourly time frame on the MACD, and that is for sure telling us that a further decline will be inevitable. So this is absolutely something you would like to monitor very closely as well. Something else I would like to take a look at is actually the Ema Ribbon. Okay, the Ema Ribbon is still below us, but right now I personally think it is very likely that we are going to actually see a decline of price action on the Ema Ribbon for sure on the 4 hourly time frame, and as well on the 1 hourly time frame. What you can clearly see is that we are still getting supported by the Ema Ribbon, but I personally think that we will for sure see a decline, especially because we are seeing that bearish divergence on the 1 hourly time frame on the RSI. As well, we are seeing a crossover occur on the MACD, and on the 4 hourly time frame we are seeing a momentum decline on the MACD. And if we take a look at the RSI, what you can clearly see is that we are absolutely spotting once more a bearish divergence. So we have to be very careful right now if you are holding mana. We are seeing here a slightly higher high getting created, but for sure a lower high on the RSI. So this is actually telling us higher high, lower high on the RSI. Once more a bearish divergence taking place. So right now currently on mana, I personally would be a little bit more doubtful if we are going to see a further increase, due to the fact that we are seeing this bearish divergence is taking place, and as well the crossovers on the MACD. Lastly, I would like to discuss as well this falling wedge pattern, due to the fact that we saw multiple touch points underneath this descending resistance. We saw actually quite a few of those, but we did only see 2 touch points on top of this descending support. What I think is important is you could say it were 3 touch points, because we saw one here, and one here. So this would be a confirmed pattern, and we are seeing as well a confirmed breakout. So we have already actually reached the target of this breakout, because a falling wedge, the price target is always the beginning of the falling wedge. So that would be at this point in time at approximately $3.57. That is for sure a target we reached, but right now we are currently seeing quite a few bearish divergences, and that is also why I personally think that we could expect more decline during the upcoming hours. Of course, we are not seeing any type of other pattern, but what I think is very important is that a decline is very likely, and what I would like to take a look at lastly are the levels of support and resistance underneath us. Well, for sure we have this descending support zone. That is for sure absolutely important. Previous resistance is right now becoming support. So if we are going to see a breakdown, I think perhaps you're going to hold strong on top of this descending previous resistance, finding support on top of it, and heading perhaps further towards the upside. But what I would like to enable right now is actually a Fibonacci retracement. You can clearly see that on this Fibonacci retracement, I will be selecting it from swing high towards swing low. we are right now actually at approximately 0.5 Fibonacci, and what you can clearly see is that the Ema Ribbon is aligning itself with the 0.236 at approximately $2.83. So this is absolutely a level that I think will be a major stronghold of support on the 4-hourly time frame. And as well, if we break down below it, we will see for sure this descending support zone, and as well underneath us this 0.2 Fibonacci, what I personally think won't hold that strong because we do not have a lot of price action at this point in time. I would rather prefer to place a support area or support range at this point in time. Why? Because we have seen multiple touch points on top of this range previously. You can clearly see that we saw touch points here, as well a third touch point at that point in time. And for sure, I personally think that the $2.44 area will be actually as well the price target of this breakdown, because we are seeing major momentum towards this downside coming. And I personally think that this is actually a quite realistic target at $2.44. So if you do agree, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. I would highly appreciate that. And as well, I would like to wish you a pleasant Saturday. Bye bye.